Welcome back to the Duarte show. No video today, but we are having a voice recording. Today's episode is called the witch hunt, and I just want to talk about this topic real quickly about what is going on of the Erin Stewart campaign. The questions we are proposing in this episode is who is to put to blame for this scandal? Is it her, Erin Stewart herself, which I have met personally, or is it the party? Or is it, you know, a political gain for Democrats in their state? We will get to the bottom of the witch hunt against Erin Stewart and find out who's truly behind it. And what does it mean for her campaign in the future? And we'll also cover the GOP debate on May 7th. I will be there to attend. We will also be investigating whether Ned Lamont is about to be replaced like Joe Biden for the general election. This is the Youth Council Revolution. Let's dig in to this episode. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe on YouTube and on Spotify for weekly updates on news. I'm your host, CJ Duarte. Let's get into it. With the case of Erin Stewart, with everything that has been going on, new news has came out about Erin with the pension. The pension fund that her state has given the state of Connecticut, you need to serve 10 plus years to get the pension. But Erin Stewart applied for only having 12 years of experience. Now, a article that I have read says this: more controversy for former Mayor Erin Stewart's campaign for governor. City documents show Erin Stewart has not only approved a pension deal from former tax collector Cheryl, but requested one for herself as well. The problem is the city's charter requires elected officials to serve 20 plus years to be eligible. Neither of them were eligible for that time. So the benefit did not exist, basically. So we are basically in a stoppage, right? We are basically in a standstill. I will play a clip from the interview Erin Stewart had, but Erin Stewart has said in an interview that she was offered bribes. Did she accept them? That will be for her to explain. But look at it in a way of, okay, we have scandals. What can the GOP of Connecticut do now? What, continue going with Erin Stewart, the one who's leading the front lines in some of the polls? Or are we going to, you know, put a pause on everything and consider two other candidates who are running for governor, Betsy McCoy or Ryan Fazio? It's very important that we consider these candidates who are running for office. But you also have to realize, okay, she has officially have scandals, right? I'll play a clip from her when I went to her event in Waterbury. She had a Latinos for Erin, and this is what she said.
This event together, and thank you to the owners of Pavawanas for welcoming us this evening. Thank you to all of you for being here too. My Spanish is bad, but you're about to hear it. But you know what? It's right. It's about trying. It's about trying. Nuestra campaña sigue creciendo en cada esquina de nuestro estado. Our campaign is building support everywhere that we go, in every corner of this state. And I will tell you something, if you see the news lately, I will say this: los demócratas tienen miedo. That's right! That's right! The Democrats are scary. That's right! And they wouldn't be talking about us so much if they weren't. So you know what that tells me? We're doing a lot of things right. We're building coalitions, we're bringing people together, we're showing people a different way and giving them hope that our future could be different here. For too long, the same people have led our state. They've done the same things over and over again. And we see this. There's no energy, there's no enthusiasm, there's no excitement. Nuestro estado necesita un cambio. That we do. We need change. We're desperate for it. Necesitamos líderes como nosotros. Gente que trabaja duro. No millionaires que no entienden nada. They don't know. They don't get it. They haven't lived like us. They don't understand. And that's fine. But we deserve representation and we deserve leadership too. And I took that with me every day as I was mayor of the city of New Britain, wanting to bring people together. I didn't care where you were from or what nationality you were. I cared if you cared about making a better community. And that's what it's all about. Now you know this, but nací y crecí in New Britain. Yo sí entiendo. And I'll say this, our campaign slogan, es hora de algo diferente. It's time. It's time. Okay, I won't pain you with any of my terrible Spanish. It's not that bad. Carmelo and Nancy taught me well. It's good, right? Thank you. When you grow up in New Britain, you have no choice. But honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all for being here. This campaign is built a strong coalition of people from all different backgrounds, and that's what makes us different. That's why people are scared. That's why they're looking at us differently. That's why they're talking about us. And you know what? If they're talking about us, well, good. We're building a following like never before. You look at our social media presence and what we're doing online, no other candidate is getting that. In 1 month alone, we had 3 million people on my social media channels. 3 million people. And I don't get paid for that. I don't pay that. Our message resonates. Our message is attracting people. Our message is not only is it time for change, but it's time to lift up the Connecticut voices that have been silenced for so long, to lower taxes, to get rid of the public benefits charge, to improve the conditions of our cities with people who know and lived in them and have those lived experiences, to support our small business community. How many small business owners do we have here tonight? So many. Thank you. Thank you. And you're suffering. Hector tells me all the time with extreme rides how much they're suffering. I'm not naive to this. And I think it's very important that we have leaders who understand this and feel it. So we're on a journey here. We have a long path. So we're on our way to the Republican convention in May. That's May 15th and 16th. So our goal is to win the convention and win the nomination. Yeah. That's our first goal. So what are we doing right now? There's 1,200 delegates-ish. We're talking to all of those delegates to earn their support at that convention. Because if we come out that nominee, you bet your ass.
Now, judging off that clip that you have seen, heard, does that change the perspective of Erin Stewart to you? Recently on Reese on the Radio, WTIC, many callers said they would not be supporting Erin no more, which is understandable with all the scandals. They don't want to back a candidate and have scandals. But you can't call it a witch hunt without thinking, the title is called Witch Hunt for a reason, right? It's not only what happened to many politicians before, but CT Democrats should be the ones being exposed as well. Not only the Republican Party here in Connecticut. Both sides of the party, I say, are not good. They're not good enough. But I move. With the Erin Stewart campaign, let's consider the major dilemma. She's not willing to debate. She's not. She doesn't want to attend the debate on May 7th, which I think she should attend. She defended her name once on the radio and multiple times on her social media. But you know what? One thing that she needs to do, in my opinion, she needs to get out there and honestly talk to the voters, explain to them this whole situation. And not only explain to them, defend her name. Because they're going to, if she becomes a nominee after May 16th, if she becomes a nominee, she's going, she, I honestly, she is going to get attacked hard by the Democrats here in Connecticut. She is. Now, countless times, I had optimism. Okay, you know what, Erin, she's the front runner as we speak. I think she can win. She can beat Lamont. But now my issue, and now I'm scared that if she becomes nominee, how are Ned Lamont's goons or Ned Lamont's Democrats going to use everything she did against her? Basically bring her name down, so she will basically lose in the same margins Bob Stefanowski lost in. How are we going to have a candidate who is simply full of scandals, left and right? And I am going to axe Betsy McCoy and Ryan Fazio, and that will be on the next episode, next Friday, about everything, right? Their stance on it, and I will play the clips on next episode. I go to their event. They are having an event Monday, Saturday, and Sunday, so I'll have the clips there. But focus on Erin. Can her campaign continue with these like accusations? Not even these scandals that we're getting from New Britain. Can she last? That should be the question that should be on the top of voters' minds and delegates' minds and her mind. I met Erin. Erin is great. Is amazing in person. She is. But what I'm hearing with the scandals, she needs to come and debate Fazio and Betsy McCoy. She needs to. There's no excuse. No excuse now. You need to come out and debate these people. You don't know why? Because they want to debate you. Recently, Fazio has invited for 5 debates. 5 debates before and after, before the convention. 5 debates with the 3 candidates who are running for office. Because you don't know why? He wants to get the message out there. Betsy McCoy said, let's do it. She said, may I quote, Erin Stewart, we're waiting for you. Is Erin Stewart willing to do it? We're waiting on her to say yes. I think she should come to debate on May 7th. No question. No question at all. I think, and you could say whatever you want about the candidates who are running for office against Ned Lamont. The past 4 years of our governor has been a hellhole. No one can tell me otherwise. And property taxes have risen. Everything has went up. And what we're doing here is just sitting here like lame ducks. We need to just honestly get a grip on reality. If we continue down this path of who's going to be the candidate, who's going to be the face of the CTGOP, whoever it is, Fazio, Betsy, or Erin, we have to realize they're going to use every tactic they can use. For Betsy McCoy, they can use the tactic of, oh, she switched to as a Democrat to run against her boss. They can use for Fazio, oh, he didn't, he says he's conservative, but he never ran as a conservative. They can use that. Erin Stewart, they can use the scandals for all they want. So, where are we going to be at now? We have to realize things need to be explained, need to be organized. But, here we are. Now, switching from Erin to now speaking about Ned Lamont. Is Ned Lamont behind all of this? Well, Erin Stewart herself said Democrats are behind it. But the question is this the right timing for her to blame the Democrats for something? Because in the national stage, if Donald Trump had a scandal, he will blame the national Democrats. But that's national. He could afford to do that. But right now, with money scandals that Trump did not have, she's going to blame the CT Democrats and Ned Lamont goons on this. But I personally think they're definitely behind this. But the new scandal with the pension, that's not that's not the CT Democrats. That's not Ned Lamont's goons. That is her. And if I ever see her again, I think I'll tell her, Erin, you need to debate Ryan, Fazio, and Betsy. You need to debate them. Shifting to Ned Lamont, his goons could be behind the first one. But now with the pension, would be a different story. There's an interview clip that's going around saying the words were twisted, in my opinion. I'll play right now. Now, listening to that clip, okay, fine, okay. She just says she did. She did get offered bribes. Did she report them? We don't know. And I'll leave it at that. This is not a witch hunt. This is the mishandling of things. And for her to fix it, she needs to debate it, defend her record. Moving on to Ned Lamont, who is the incumbent running for a third term. I had an episode on him last week. Sorry, there was no episode last week. I had a musical to do and was too busy and too focused on that. But with Ned Lamont, he is about to get Joe Biden. And what I mean by Joe Biden is he's about to be forced out the race. You want to know why? Josh Elliott is climbing in the polls. And the question that we're pinning on everything right now, did the lieutenant governor of Connecticut endorse Josh Elliott? Did we really just see that happen? Well, the simple answer is she might have. You want to know why? Every person who has endorsed Ned Lamont has an election next year. Now, if we look at the statistics and the polling, and if I'm pulling it up as we speak, Ned Lamont is basically falling in the polls. And it's kind of interesting, in my opinion. Josh Elliott in November of 2025 was at 7%. Ned Lamont was at 55 in February from the 12th to the 16th. Ned Lamont was at a 57%. Josh Elliott was at a 13%. And the I don't know was at 29. Now, from April 16th to April 20th, Ned Lamont is at 52%. Josh Elliott was at 18%. And again, back to the normal amount, I don't know, is at 30%. As the first poll for governor between Erin Stewart and Ned Lamont, she was at 42, 50. But we're not focused on that right now. We're just talking about the upward, like the downcline of his margin. Ned Lamont's margin of win in November was 48. Then his margin of winning in February was 44. Mind you, same range, just dropped down 4 points, right? Then April comes. Ned Lamont is now officially at 34. That is a significant drop from 48, 44 to 34. He dropped. He fell. And honestly, I'm not surprised. And if you come to think about it, it is crazy that we are seeing all this happen just because Ned Lamont is so unpopular with the state. And I honestly do not have any worse they can put it. Ned Lamont is dropping in the Democratic primary. He is about to get Joe Biden. Some people are saying Ned Lamont needs to step aside if he wants to win. I know somebody who said they will vote for anyone that's not Ned Lamont. Anyone that's not Ned Lamont. He's about to get Joe Biden. And nobody is actually worried about that. No one. You wanna know why? Because we all know this was going to happen. Everyone knew this was going to happen. And just awful, 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 awful of what is happening. So we can just say the Democrats like to accuse everyone. Josh Elliott just came out and said that Ned Lamont is trying to threaten delegates, saying if you are at town committees, if they don't vote for him, he's going to cut funding from their city. Apparently, what Josh Elliott said. Many people are just calling um Ned Lamont, not Lamont, Erin Stewart a Democrat. That's on the Republican side. It's kind of sad. But we have to think about it. Did Erin Stewart accept bribes? Did she? That's just the question we need to put on her. Did you accept any bribes? And then how come you won't debate until the convention is over? Great question, by the way. Now, let's talk about the GOP debate on May 7th. This is an event hosted by WTAC, and the moderators will be, as I know right now, will be Reese on the radio. One of my great friends, Reese on the radio. He will be the moderator of that debate. On May 7th. Make sure you tune in for that. But to finally wrap up this episode, I it's just hard to believe that we are about to see a witch hunt. And not a witch hunt for Erin Stewart, but a witch hunt for Connecticut. Hence why the episode is called Witch Hunt. The Witch Hunt, sorry. It is about making sure candidates stay transparent. And I think this episode will conclude on that tone. If you're going to run for public office, you need to be ready and you need to be transparent with the voters, meaning you need to come out and debate your opponents. It is not that hard to get on the debate stage or a Zoom call, for all I care, and debate your opponents on issues that face voters in our state. Just do it. Just debate. I will catch everyone here on the next episode of the Duarte Show. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And let's get out there and listen to the candidates' policies and listen to the media. Not listen to the media, but listen to the candidates who are running. You have to realize, for you to become governor or any office, you need to defend your record. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Duarte Show. Make sure you subscribe and give a like to this video, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you.